Hi everybody, Shahin at Motocorsa here to talk to you about 10 things I love about the 2022 Ducati SuperSport S model. I am quite fond of the S model and I want to tell you why. So, starting at the very top, design. It is a beautifully svelte design motorcycle, very narrow when you sit on it, with a full fairing that goes all the way back to the exhaust to kind of hide the mechanical stuff that a lot of people don't want to look at and have a more clean, beautiful design. The bike is very reminiscent of the Panigale motorcycles, so it's very eye-catching and sharp. So that's number one. Number two, the dash. It's got a gorgeous, high-quality, high-resolution TFT full-color dash that allows you to go through all the different menus on the motorcycle and do proper setup for yourself. Also, the dash and the headlights happen to be light sensitive. So if it's daytime, you get a white dash. If it's nighttime, you get a black dash. And it just, again, makes it easier to pay attention to the motorcycle. Number three, suspension. This bike has a full Öhlins front and rear suspension on the front shocks and the rear suspension altogether. It's fully adjustable, it's very comfortable, very compliant, and it's great for street or track riding. Number four, quick shifter for up and down shifting. It is amazingly smooth. You basically only need the clutch for first gear. After that, positive throttle upshift, negative throttle downshift, and it just constantly keeps it where you are only paying attention to the ride and don't have to think so much about the shifting part of it. So really, really smooth, really handy. Once you have it, it kind of makes it where you only want to ride a bike like this one. I know for sure for myself, I have an older motorcycle that doesn't have that, and I've gotten to fall in love with the quick shifter. So this bike definitely has it, and it's amazing. Other thing I love about this bike is the single-sided swing arm. It's such a beautiful design that Ducati has mastered over the years, and we've all sort of fallen in love with it since the 916 came out with it in the superbike era. So this bike carries on the tradition of having that, and it really makes it for a beautiful visual cue. I definitely love looking at these bikes when I'm done riding them. The other thing I really love about this bike is the lighting. It is all LED lighting, nice and bright. You don't have to worry about the lights to warm up or cool down for you. It's instantaneous. Great visual cues at night so people can see you. The bike does have a daytime running lamp up front. Like I mentioned earlier with the dashboard, there is a light sensor on the bike, and so when it gets dark, your headlights come on. When it's not dark, the daytime running lamps, which look very, very unique on this bike, are always lit and people can see you, so it keeps you safe and also keeps it beautiful. Another thing that is really unique to this bike is this windshield. You can just pop it open, gives you a little extra wind protection, and allows this bike to not just be a sport bike, but also be a light-duty touring bike. The other thing I love about this bike is in that same vein, you can get the Ducati Performance saddlebags for this bike, the panniers, that allows you to pack it up and go for a nice little couple of day jaunt down your favorite road or favorite state to go visit stuff and see things and have a lot of fun, like the way I like to do. Stock, these bikes sound great, and it's because of my probably absolute favorite part of this motorcycle, the engine. This is the 937cc twin. It's a L twin, as we love to say it. A lot of people call it a V. It makes a little over 110 horsepower. It's a very stout little motor. 80% of the torque of this bike is made as low as around 2,000 RPM. So you don't have to work so hard to get this bike to go. It's very desirable motor in that it is now in 5 different platforms in the Ducati family, between the SuperSport, the Monster, the Multistrada V2, the Hyper Motard, and the new and very exciting Desert X. So really love this motor, and Ducati sees the value in it as well, in that they're using it in some other bikes. On this particular bike, it really has a lot of character. I personally love this bike with the Ducati Performance exhaust, so I can hear that motor without it being too annoyingly loud, but just kind of allows it to sing a little bit of a song and let you have a really good time with it. And last but not least, the seats. This bike is very comfortable. The real prerogative of the SuperSport is to make it a daily rider, whether you're commuting on it or going for track days or for touring purposes. The seat is very flat, very comfortable. You can sit on it for hours, and the S bike comes with this tonneau cover in the rear seat, but you can remove it pretty simply so that you can have your passenger ride and share and enjoy the experience with you. If you have any questions for us, 503-292-7488. We'd love to talk to you more about these bikes. Take care. Thank you. All right, I'm going to fire up the 2022 SuperSport S.